Beliefs and thoughts determine our values. Beliefs and thoughts are shaped by our relationships. If you look at your day timer, if you look at your bank statement, I can tell you without looking at the dollar value, I can tell you what your values are by those two things. Where we spend our time, where we spend our money are our values. And so when we look at those relationships, where do we put them in? Where do we plug those things into our lives? Some other points that you see, and most of you can read, so I'm not going to read them to you. One of the biggest ones is that second last one, sarcasm and put-downs. Folks, when we first got married, I majored in that. I could slice and dice, and I say that without any pride. The only reason I'm still married today, 23 years later, is because my wife survived the sarcasm. And do you know what happens to many of us when we get stressed? We start in on the sarcasm, put downs. And I'm not talking about the good humor stuff. I'm not talking about, in the workplace, the kinds of humor. I'm talking about the stuff that really undermines a person. Added to that, 3 styles of communication. Passive, that's the intuitive style that, Aggressive, if you want to see this, go borrow somebody's teenager, watch them when they're working, and watch how some adults deal with them when they come in and the teenager is behind the counter. If you want to see what aggressive communication can look like, assertive is the right type. It is the type that says, here's how we communicate. Here's what we need to address. Here's what's going on. And added to that, when hearing is not listening, again, I'll pick on a teenager. Watch a teenager when a parent is sharing their thoughts with that teenager. They hear, but they're not listening. First of all, facts, non-sharing. It tells you degree of transparency. It tells you very little about me, but I can have it with all kinds of people. Cliche, and then facts. Facts is sharing what I know. Tells you a little bit more about me, but fewer people are interested in what I know. Opinions is sharing what I think. Tells you a little bit more about me, but even fewer people are interested in what I think. Emotion, sharing how I feel. Tells you more about me, but even fewer people. And then finally, the bottom one from Why Am I Afraid to Tell You Who I Am? Transparency, sharing who I am. Almost nobody cares, but it leaves very little hidden. I would propose to you that there is one lower than that under transparency, and that is vulnerability. That is that willingness to say, this is what I need. This is how you can help. And the number one issue that we are dealing with in a variety of fields right now, not just emergency services, is people who are willing to ask, to say, something, I need help. Folks, I can be honest with you. Part of the reason that Tema Foundation exists is because somebody said they need help, and let's help others.